Hey guys, I haven't done a YouTube video before, so this is my first. A little bit about the channel and about me. Yes, I'm sat in my car right now. Yes, I do look a bit of a state, just bear with. Doing this channel to almost give myself a bit of, what's the word, a bit of, in a way, like ownership of myself, if that makes sense. Like, I almost need something to keep me distracted in the best way possible. I struggle a lot mental health wise, and I've tried multiple different ways to try and help myself, try and find ways to benefit me and make me a better person. Nothing seemed to had worked so far, so here I am using an online platform to express my feelings, because I'm a kind of bottle up kind of person. I have close mates which I talk to about like serious stuff, but not in like detail, because I don't know if it's just like a normal thing, but I tend to just bottle it all up, and then like once a month it just gets a bit too overwhelming, and then so it just takes me like a day or two to ground myself again and almost realise that I can get better. It's just going to be really hard, so I've been battling mental health really since the age of about 14. Obviously when you're that young you still can have mental health, but it's not going to be as severe in certain circumstances, because for me it was just like hating how I looked when I was like 14, then 15, again getting like bad skin. I got ill during COVID, so I got really skinny. I hated my body. I was obsessed with just getting like abs, so then I didn't eat like anything for ages. Then it got to the point where I just felt physically sick all the time. Anytime I put even like a mouthful of food in my mouth, I would want to throw up. So I just got myself in a bad place, and being at home, my sleep pattern was fucked up. My whole like routine, I just didn't have any because of COVID. But as soon as school started, I went back into year 11 straight away, because I was year 10 when it all like lockdown shit. So that kind of got my eating back on track, and I started to feel a bit better. And then I've just had bad experiences with like relationship stuff, which I'm sure pretty much about 99% of people experience in their life. So it is what it is, and I'm young, I'm 21, so like I shouldn't really be getting too like upset about stuff like that. But when you start so young dating, if you like, you kind of give yourself expectations that this should be your life, and then when you think you have a special connection with someone and you start, you know, really believing this could be my future, and just like that it goes, it hits you hard. So then that took quite a bad toll on my mental health. But ultimately I suffer the main reason with bad OCD, which is basically your mind saying to you to do certain things which you don't need to, but if you don't, you think something's bad is going to happen. So for me, it's really, really severe, and I've suffered with it literally since I was a little kid. In like year 6 I can remember, so I would have been 11 years old, and that was bad. And then throughout school it was pretty bad. I'd get upset, I'd get like all frustrated and just like punch the shit out of like my car. Obviously not then because I couldn't drive, but I punched shit out of like, I don't know, my gaming chair or my wall, or sometimes like my head, which sounds stupid, but it's just like a coping mechanism of my OCD. And then that would lead to like, sensitive topic, but like self-harming shit, which you don't need to do at all. It's never the right solution. It's silly. This is just me explaining a bit about me, so maybe there's help out there I can reach out to, because I'm at the point where I will literally take any little piece of advice to help, because nothing's worked so far. And then I started growing up a bit more, got into college. Again, it was just all the same thing. I saw the therapist in college only once a week for like 20 minutes, who was lovely, and she helped manage to like stop one certain OCD aspect. So let's say, for example, I had to like touch the wall a certain amount of times, I would swap that out and stop it, which is great, but then I would develop a different one. Now it's to the point where I don't really develop new ones, if you like. I just do anything on the spot. So in this video you might see me maybe doing some like tics with like my mouth or my neck, or certain like just pausing a long time before I speak, even though I know what I want to say. It's just little stuff like that, which is all my OCD, me in my head telling me I have to do it. So I get, for a viewer's point of view, it's probably quite frustrating, but when that's going on in your head 24/7 and you never actually feel like you're just at peace with your own thoughts, it's very, very frustrating. And then it's got into work. I'm so lucky to have had quite a nice way into work. I'm not going to say like what company and stuff, because that's confidential, but I'm a primary school PE teacher, which I absolutely love majority of the time. Being able to help younger children develop their physical like sporting needs and bring out the best of their ability and make sure they're staying healthy is such a great thing to see, and it's a feel-good factor when you manage to help a kid and put the smile on their face, and that's why I do it. I've always loved my sports, playing. Unfortunately, again, COVID kind of ruined my sporting like goals, but that's life. Sometimes hurdles happen, it's how you bounce back from them, and this has been a big hurdle for my whole life now, all my mental health, so I'm really just trying to suss that one out, which is very difficult. Sorry, there's a car just parking right next to me in an empty car park. Interesting. That's fair, whatever. So yeah, basically my main thing is my OCD, which has taken a toll on me. Then when I was 18, I was so against like going out and drinking alcohol and partying because of like my health. I then split up with my, at the time, girlfriend, and then naturally, let's be real, everyone goes out. I went out, started drinking a fair bit with my mates, enjoying my time, loving it, having fun, but then I just wasn't sleeping. I was drinking literally every single night, getting to sleep on about 2 hours, constantly just arguing because I would be drunk, which was just not a healthy lifestyle. And then obviously that's going to affect affecting my work. So then I just had to find ways to get out of that situation. Sorry for that pause, and that's exactly what I'm talking about with OCD. I just can't help. So apologies, sorry. But then I thought I was getting to like a decent stage, working full time, you know, but I got into big gambling problems, which I always believed as a kid, you know, people that get in, it's not hard to get out. Trust me, it's the worst decision of my life. I've worked for about 5 odd years now, not really got anything to show for it. I've had loads of money before and threw it all away. And I keep doing it. I don't learn my lesson. I always want more, and it's greedy, and I know it is. And I always tell myself, if I can do it that time, I can do it again. I lose it all, but I won first, so I can win. Worst idea ever. Never ever gamble, no matter how much it is. Don't put money on anything, ever. So then that's pretty much where my head's at. 21, in a decent job, but I'm planning to maybe leave and just start my own company. Don't know what to do yet, but I know I can be very determined once I get my mind set on something, once I decide what I want to do, that I can excel in that. So with like a few thousands of pounds I've got, I really want to invest in being my own boss and starting my own company. I just don't know what, and that's the scary thing. I haven't got long until I want to do that, so it's a big step, but I believe I can. My mum's very supportive with that, so she would be able to help. She would know how. I just need to find that bit of drive, which I want to be. I know everyone wants to be rich. I do want to be rich. I want to be successful in life. I want to have good things. Mentally struggling now with all my issues, it is taking a toll on me, and it's making my everyday life harder, just from the fact that I can't go a single second without having these bad OCD thoughts, which is frustrating. So it's something I need to seriously sort out now, like straight away, before it's too much, because it obviously just plays in your head and you try to fight it and you just can't. It's just a constant battle, and it's a fight you can't win. It's just how you adapt from it and pick yourself up. So right now this is mentally, physically, and just emotionally the lowest point I've ever been in my life. I was always a happy kid, but now I just feel pretty disgusted with my own actions on how I've dealt with stuff, and the way I look, not taking care of my physical self, not taking care of my mental self, and just disappointed in me not having the life I thought I would, as so far. But I'm not really one to show emotion. Like I said, maybe once every like 4 months I'll just have a big mental breakdown about shit, then that'll be that. So I guess I'm starting this YouTube, which is probably quite boring to watch, but just to keep me disciplined and check in on myself, and let those viewers which do view maybe see that you can turn it around. That's the ultimate goal. And I think it's quite a sensitive topic to speak about, and for someone which doesn't speak to anyone this deep to come out and post it on social media, it's a lot, and it, you know, it does take a toll, and it plays on your thoughts, because everyone knows what social media is like. Everyone knows not everyone's going to agree with what you're saying, or react in a positive way, or be very sensitive, supportive. Like, I know that, but again, like I said, it's gotten to that point where I'm just taking the risk. I'm at my lowest, so nothing else can, you know, like, it is what it is. But yeah, hopefully I can post a video a day, maybe just giving a bit about like what I've been doing in my day, so a bit like vloggy, talking about mental health. Go on like a maybe 100-day journey. Sounds quite cool, to fix my mental health. Hopefully, if you've seen this video, I can start a new trend, which I'm going to start after this, because I've just had the idea now, because it's fucking brilliant. How I fixed my mental health in 100 days. You heard it here first. That's going to be the challenge, the goal, and yeah, succeeding. Mark my words. And honestly, if you are struggling out there, you want to talk, always leave a comment and I'll reply. I probably won't get many viewers viewing this, but even if it's a few, and again, drop a comment, I'll reply. Drop a DM, I'll reply. We're all in it together. Let's sort our shit out. Let's do this. Let's win. Thank you for listening.